I was trying to think of what kind of stories, because I know Tony's going to ask me. So I had a couple. Well, one is just really quick that we find all sorts of ridiculous stuff. And we found a meth lab once. I know I've told you all sorts of stories. But one of our mold inspectors found a squatter, and this squatter was hiding in I think it was at the attic. And he opened this, door, and out comes this guy running out, and he just darted out the house. So they never caught him or anything. But he was squatting in one of the houses we did a mold inspection on, foreclosed property, I think.
Yikes.
And that's not the story I was going to tell you. The weirdest story that I heard recently was we got hired by a guy who wanted us to do a mold inspection on his Prius, on his car. He said, I know there's something wrong with this car. He had lawyers. He was ready to sue Toyota because he had this whole, he was sure that the quality and maybe the air quality in his car, was terrible. And he was getting sick. He wanted us to test the air. So our mold inspector literally did samples and the whole thing, sent it to the lab. And he did not find that there was an issue. So it did save this guy some money in legal fees because he dropped the lawsuit at that time because he really didn't have a leg to stand on.
That's funny.
But can you imagine?
That's wild.
I mean, I guess some people are really sensitive.
Had he spilled a bunch of things in his car and it had started to build up a little odor?
I think it might have just been chemicals because there are other environmental factors that aren't mold that can obviously, and mold and other environmental factors, and they affect everyone differently. So if you have a really strong immune system, you're probably fine, but maybe this guy doesn't. I don't know.
That's awesome. Well, first of all, thank you, April, for being with us today.
Of course.
You always come with a wealth of information. We are excited to have you as our partner.
Time always flies, too.
I know, it does. Absolutely. So thank you again for being here. And if you want to get in touch with April and talk to her about potentially an inspection in your home, whether it's a very specialized inspection, you can reach us here at our off-air number. That's 888-309-9797. That's 888-309-9797.